Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at Bitcoin, seeing what's going on. We're going to double check a few key factors. We are up above that key level support slash resistance that we talked about yesterday, roughly at about 39,500 to 40,000 range. Honestly, closure on 40,000 would be super solid. So again, that's a key fib level here, 0.382 on the retracement. And again, I'm rounding up a little bit, but 40,000 is pretty much right there in that sweet spot. I think we're going to break bullish more so around the 41.6 mark, but we'll talk about that here in a moment. If you're new to the channel, though, just know I'm not a financial advisor, and I do love teaching people to trade. Hope you can learn something here today if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is a site. Link down below. We got some really nice options there with our Premium Plus group. Actually, we added Cardano and Chainlink for our trading pairs there. It's working out pretty well, fairly consistent there. Again, keep in mind when those trading pairs are added, we're tweaking those, making sure that they're right, and every different trading pair has different strategies, folks. So again, they never run parallel with each other, so please understand that. The whole purpose of that automated trading is to ensure that it's always specifically accustomed to each trading pair. Because every trading pair, as you know, probably performs a lot different. So, okay, anyways, what we're getting at here is liquidation levels. So we're just double checking a few things here. We got some liquidation, of course, at 38,500. Price wick down to like 38.6 as a rough estimate. Spent some time there, but since then we've recovered with higher highs and higher lows. So we're looking pretty solid here. We got some shorts at about 40,700. I think that's a bit risky right now. If you're going to short, make sure it's your liquidation is much further off. But why don't we take a quick look at the last 12 hours just to get better perspective? Because we did yesterday look at the larger time frame, roughly the 1 month time frame, and there's some liquidation still left around that 35K mark. However, if we take a look here in the last 12 hours, not super crazy. Generally speaking, we got even price action above and below the price. So again, somewhere in the range about 39.7, upwards of about 40,500. That's kind of the general range here that we're looking at for liquidation. And again, that's important just because we need to understand generally where concentrations are focused, because that helps us understand key supports and resistance levels, but also focused areas of liquidation where the whales like to come in there and just sweep that extra level. So we're still maintaining above the 100-day SMA that held like a champ so far the last 2 trading days. That is good. Taking a look at a few key factors here. We got a nice little bounce off 30 on money flow index. Stochastic RSI is swinging upwards, letting us know there's a shift in momentum. Just bear in mind, stochastic RSI can be a little premature, right? We had a stochastic swing day before yesterday, before the price dumped pretty solidly, okay? So again, this is kind of what whales do. They'll get you lulled into this situation here of understanding that your price is going to be going back up. Everyone takes a bunch of longs, and the price keeps going down. I'm overall still subscribed to the idea or the concept that low 37,000 range is a possibility. I'm a little skeptical of the low 30,000 range, but again, if we break below, we continue these bearish signs, we'll have that conversation, talk about that potential. For right now, again, solid amount of support potential. Again, potential, as you can say, not a probability, but generally speaking, a possibility at 38,000. There's a solid amount of support there based on previous resistance. Okay, again, decent amount of volume too between 35 and 37. So there very well could be a wick down to the 35K range to wipe out this lower level liquidity. Because in case you didn't notice this here, there is still a pretty heavy concentration, just at right about 34.5 for the liquidation there. Okay, so 34.3 to be exact. So that very well could be the last sweep. Okay, so just be prepared for it. I'm not saying you just open a short right now and go heavy to that location. We don't even know when or if that will happen, but it's a possibility if we break through this range here between 36 to 38. Okay, so we gotta at least test that level first before we can assume it's going to continue. For right now, looking good here. Closure above 40,000 would be more so like a range bound scenario. Closure at 41.6, I think we have much more of a bullish situation just because we'd be up over that most recent support, new resistance level, and obviously a few other key factors. So let's talk about that here in a minute. Not much else to really note on the daily time frame here. And again, we'll look at the weekly at the end of the week. We'll look at the monthly, I guess, at the end of the month, so to speak. We have already looked at those recently, so I'm just going to kind of gloss over there and let you know they're still fairly bullish. We haven't broken bearish on any of them. We just have stochastic and MACD kind of giving us the idea or indication the price could come lower, which is something to pay attention to. So this lower trend line here we saw got kind of pushed out. We went down below it, but generally speaking, as you can kind of see, we're making lower highs and consistent lower lows. Until that pattern changes, we got to presume it's going to continue. Now again, we're getting close to breaking free from the cloud on the hourly, so there's a chance that we could have some daylight coming here soon, and the price could recover. But again, it's not super telling. Obviously, we can see we're below all moving averages here. Not a great sign. Stochastic is swinging down here as well. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to just drop, but it does imply we've been coming up for a while now, and that reversal would make sense. Okay. We can also see traditional RSI money flow index stuck at 50. Getting above that level would be helpful. We need to be over the 20-day SMA initially to at least see that be a possibility for us. Okay, because again, the 20-day SMA is a good trend line to kind of help you understand where you're at roughly in the space, right? And right now, we can still confirm mostly bearish. MACD, again, just like stochastic RSI, is swinging up, letting us know we have a shift in momentum. That happened previously, though. Please understand that. We saw that happen here, and then we also are seeing that happen here. So what's to stop the price action from rejecting off this level and coming down? Not a whole heck of a lot. Again, all the more reason why we need to close at just say 40,000 or higher today to get like some stability in this range, and then to possibly be able to break up or down from there. Obviously, breaking these descending trend lines would be nice, but I think we're about a day or two away from that. So we might actually see that happen or occur leading into the weekend, which is never a great sign because the weekends are low volume. Okay, high volatility weekends. Kind of prefer to avoid trading on the weekends. But I'm preparing to take some signals here today. Of course, they'll be slightly riskier than most, just based on the fact that the way the market conditions are. We're just going to use low leverage, low position sizing. That's the key takeaway here. So, of course, if you guys end up using those signals, make sure you double check that. But we're getting some confirming factors on some altcoins. What I want to get at here to summarize is Ichimoku Cloud. And what we want to note here, of course, is that we haven't broken through yet. And even a break above doesn't necessarily mean it's just going to continue. Okay, you want to have other confirming factors. Lagging span is free and clear-ish, right? It's going to intersect soon. Conversion lines above the baseline, we like that. So the price does end up kind of doing one of these here at the end of today's trading day, then we're going to be in pretty good shape to probably consider either a long position for this coin or just have more confidence taking longs in other altcoins. But right now, being below the cloud, not super confirming that Bitcoin has broken free from this descending trend, so to speak, and that we need to respect the fact that we haven't closed above 40K. So to me, again, 40,000 or higher would be a significant starting point to close over this 0.382 fib level there at about 39.9. Okay, so looking for a 40,000 closure or higher. And just to clarify too, it's a little easier, I think, to see on the 4-hour time frame, but we saw this, actually it's more so daily candlestick closures, but there's this definitive line here at about 41,600, 41,500. We had a ton of previous liquidation at that level, but we also had a ton of support, okay? Therefore, we got to respect the fact that that'll probably be a resistance initially if we try to test it, and it's important to recognize that breaking above that level would be a substantial break in the right direction for us. I'm not saying we're just going to be bullish and take off from there, but if we get above that level, that would be a very helpful tool to allow other altcoins to start to surge and stabilize, understanding that Bitcoin's back on track. Because right now with Bitcoin kind of wavering at this support range between 39 and 40,500 roughly, we're in a situation where we got to respect the fact that it's going to continue to hit the reset button on a lot of altcoins. Okay, so just be mindful of that. What we're looking for is altcoins that are breaking free from Bitcoin and performing better. Those are ones that are more likely to sustain the next sell-off if it were to happen. That's kind of what you look for altcoins. Just some friendly advice. All right, that's really what we're looking at there. Last thing too, I want to say congrats to our premium members. Nice trades again here from Matic and ETH. Those were some shorts we took profit on yesterday. Yes, these are week-old shorts, and we need some new ones, but we just got to be patient, folks. Come on, trust me on this. It's important to wait for confirmation. If you take a look here as well, we're just taking some nice profits here from Chainlink, ETH, and Solana. Some nice scalps here, even some Cardano trades in there too. So happy that's working well for you, folks. Thanks again for the awesome feedback. Again, if you're going to be using Premium Plus, make sure not only do you read through thoroughly our signals guide here, so you understand specifically the difference between the two, because they perform differently. You make sure to follow your trade like it's your job. Okay. Again, day trading is a full-time job. That's why it's called day trading. Not just because it takes place in the day, it also is it's a day job too, right? So make sure you treat it like that and respect it. You'll find a lot more results if you're watching your trades closer. Okay, so again, different strokes for different folks. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Very last thing, make sure you check out Bitunix Exchange. Phenomenal exchange. They're super cool. Like, they're gonna have a little bit of downtime for maintenance recently, and they're like compensating people for any potential losses. So it's really, really cool situation. Thanks again, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity for our members. No KYC, no VPN. Use the link down below to register. I think you're going to love them. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.